Certainly. Here's a detailed account of the tragedy and the extraordinary recovery effort in Plura Cave in Norway in 2014. The Plura Cave tragedy. In February 2014, five highly experienced Finnish cave divers undertook an ambitious and perilous mission to traverse Plura Cave, a deep and complex underwater cave system in Norway. Their goal was to make the first complete connection between Plura Cave and Steinøgelflaget, two caves joined by an underwater passage stretching over 2.1 kilometers. This route is notorious for its depth, narrow tunnels, and the extreme demands it places on both equipment and divers. The divers were no amateurs. They were well-trained, with extensive experience in underwater cave diving. However, even for seasoned professionals, cave diving is one of the most dangerous activities in the world, requiring precision, planning, and the ability to stay calm in situations where mistakes can quickly become fatal. The dive begins. The dive began on February 6, 2014. The group descended into Plura Cave and began making their way through the system. As they advanced, they encountered increasingly challenging conditions: deep passages with poor visibility, tight spaces that required careful navigation, and cold water that made the dive even more exhausting. At a depth of around 130 meters, 427 feet, trouble struck. Two of the divers, Jari Sario and Johanna Nordblad, faced complications. The exact details of what went wrong remain unclear, but navigating at such depths is inherently risky. Equipment failure, panic, or simply becoming disoriented in the narrow passageways could have contributed to the situation. Tragically, both Sario and Nordblad perished in the cave, their bodies trapped in the underwater system. The remaining divers. The three surviving divers managed to return to safety, but they were deeply shaken by the loss of their friends. They also faced serious health risks due to decompression sickness, often referred to as the bends, which occurs when divers ascend too quickly and nitrogen bubbles form in their bloodstream. All three survivors were hospitalized, but eventually recovered. A tragic decision. After the accident, Norwegian authorities quickly determined that the conditions in Plura Cave were too hazardous for an official recovery operation. The water's depth, the confined spaces, and the inherent danger of the cave system made it virtually impossible for most rescue teams to retrieve the bodies safely. As a result, the Norwegian government imposed a diving ban on the cave, effectively sealing it off. However, the surviving Finnish divers could not accept leaving their friends behind. They felt a strong sense of responsibility to bring Sario and Nordblad back home to their families, no matter the